Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And let's get into it. Niantic responded. What did they respond to? Well, there was a petition going around. Some of these prominent YouTubers who play Pokemon Go all rallied together and said, look, we're not happy with the changes that are being made in the game. These changes pretty much are indicative of Niantic feeling like the world is getting back to normal in some areas. By normal, I mean you could safely go out and play Pokemon Go without risk of COVID-19. Those of us in the United States and New Zealand would be the guinea pigs, where the methods of this would first start. By these methods, I mean they would revert the distance back to what it was. You pretty much had to be back on a Pokestop. So I already did a video about that. Go check that out. I'm pointing behind me because, well, either I have an image up there of it or I'm just saying it's behind me. It just depends on how lazy I am. Bearing that there isn't one there, I've got the letter here that they read, and we're going to read through that, and then I'm going to give you my opinions, my thoughts on what that is. But before we get into that, let's talk about what they've got going on now. They've got the Ultra Unlock Bonus Part 2. It is out now. I'm in the midst of that research, so I am excited about that because Palkia is finally here. So while I may not be boycotting, there are little ruts that a lot of us get into where it's like the current legendary, you might have it for 30 days. And some of these now are like for 2 weeks. And then you're just like, all right, so I've got what I was looking for. I got a really good one and possibly a shiny one if that's what's being offered. I don't need to give them more passes unless they're free passes. Remember, you get 2 now. That's part of the trade-off. It's like, hey, if we give you 2 regular passes, that means you'll come back out and play, right? Maybe. We'll see what people do. People are just like, I'm not comfortable with this. I got used to being able to just remote raid and touch gyms from my car or whatever. Trainer Tip said it best. He's like, hey, the remote raid passes make people more laxed about playing from home than, the distance of touching gyms. And I agree with that fully. While I love the remote raid passes, if they were to go away or something like that, I could get used to groups just rallying raids together too. But it's really not all up to me. I play it to where, either one of those is fun. It's fun for me to remote raid. It's also fun for me to, be out in public with people who are also looking for raids to do. It saves you more time, believe you me, if people are remote raiding. But it's like, in my experience, a dozen of people actually finding the raids and twice as many, if not more, that just ask for an invite. So that is detrimental to me, but that's my personal feeling. Back onto this Ultra Unlock Bonus 2, Shiny Heracross, which looks really cool in that pinkish purple color. I think it's more pink. So right out the gate whether you got the shiny or not. It's not one of these, are the eyes different? Or, no. If you got it. Palkia, on the other hand, has a little hue to it. I'm on the hunt for that. It just dropped in my area, so I will be playing for that now. Unfortunately for me right now, car is in the shop, so I will be having to spend a little bit of bread, a little bit of money on some of these passes. I think I'm going to be in that free-to-play camp at least until we see what's going on. So bringing it back to this letter here, let's pull it up and see what they have to say. Because they did respond, and we didn't think that they would. I mean, it was just like, yeah, they don't care. They're all about their bottom line. And they still are. But let's hear them out. August 5th, so not even 13 hours. I know some of these YouTubers like Brandon Tom were like, we're going to give Niantic till Monday, and then we might just quit. They were serious. They're serious. And a guy like that, he spends lots of money on the game that I didn't even think people were doing, but I guess, if you got it like that, you can. Before we read this, let's just throw up what Brandon was saying right here.
So, for those of you who are wondering,
And this is
how
me,
much money do I actually
you
spend
know,
on Pokemon
reacting
Go?
to him.
I'm gonna tell you guys how much I normally spend per month on Pokemon Go. On average, for the last 5 years, I've been spending 4 to 5,000 United States dollars per month. Yes, I do spend a crazy amount of money here in Pokemon Go. However, that does not.
Okay, so whether that clip is done or not, let's jump into this right here. A response to our Pokemon Go community. To our Pokemon Go community, we appreciate your letter and all of your feedback. We hear you. We are humbled by your response. Not every game has such a passionate global player base that we're fortunate enough to have. Yeah, you think? Like everyone else around the world, our team has been working very hard to adapt to the global health environment. The recent exploration bonus changes we've made in the US and New Zealand are designed to restore some of the foundational elements players enjoyed prior to 2020 and reward players once again for moving and exploring. Encouraging people to explore, exercise, and safely play together in person remains Niantic's mission. What does that mean? Pretty much means their goal is to make money off of you actually being present and, you know, looking into all these different locations so they can harvest that data. That's just the nice professional way to put it right there. Their mission is to get you out there to play, and hopefully you're healthier because you're playing. But, you know, pandemic, if you're living over here, US, it's summer, so it's hot out anyway. And then third, it's just like, you gave us something we were comfortable with, and now you want to take it away. Whether that's right or wrong, there's going to be people upset about that. So you band all three of those things together. Here it is with this boycott. So they're like, the health and well-being of players is our top priority. Which is why we have implemented the new exploration bonuses in select geographies where it is deemed safe to be outdoors. Research has shown that taking walks outside is safe and confers several health benefits. Okay. Furthermore, encouraging outdoor exploration is in keeping with Niantic's mission. So they said that, you know, they pretty much repeating themselves there. That said, we will continue to monitor health and safety guidance related to outdoor activities and will make future changes if necessary. Meaning, unless, you know, the CDC or some, you know, country's government says something is getting really bad, they're not going to just take what us as the community values. It's got to be that over our feelings. We have heard your feedback about one change in particular, that of the Pokestop and gym interaction distance. We've reverted interaction distance from 80 meters back to the original 40 meters starting in the US and New Zealand because we want people to connect to real places in the real world and to visit places that are worth exploring. So you staying from home, spinning a stop, you might just be spinning the one that's near you, getting the stuff that you need, but they want you to touch all of these different stops. They want to know where people are going. They want to know the pathways. That's the benefit from that. Think of it like social media, right? You have a Facebook account or something like that, free. Doesn't cost you anything. But it costs you the sharing of your information to some of these advertisers, right? So it's no different here. You sharing where you travel and all that, they can then take that information and do what they want with it, okay? So here they go on to say, however, we have heard your input loud and clear, and so to address the concerns you have raised, we are taking the following actions. We are assembling an internal cross-functional team to develop proposals designed to preserve our mission of inspiring people to explore the world together. So we'll see what this team can do. Why they need a team, I mean, I don't know. They just need to just say yay or nay. And the more you go into this, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that it's like, no, but if you guys keep pushing back, maybe we will. No, but maybe if the pandemic doesn't resolve itself, we will. You know, it's kind of in line with that from how I view it right now. Okay, so this functional team, they're going to develop proposals designed to preserve our mission of inspiring people to explore the world together while also addressing specific concerns that have been raised regarding interaction distance. We will share the findings of this task force. I love how they have it like a task force, like there's some kind of, you know, covert ops mission or something. But they gave you the season change of September 1st. So we're currently in one season, and then they're going to, you know, implement stuff the next go around. So what that means is behind the scenes, they probably have their resources focused on future stuff, and they got to borrow some people to deal with this thing for now. It's not like they're going to hire a whole bunch of new people, right? They've got people already doing the next thing that they haven't told you yet, or that they did tell you months ago that's coming out a month from now. They got their resources tied up into that, and they're going to borrow a few people to do this other stuff. So September 1st, which, you know, the month just started, so they've got time to really, I don't know, discuss internally what kind of features they can add to appease people. What it is they want to compromise with you. They really don't want to revert things back how they gave you. It was temporary. That was to keep the game going. You feel me? So as part of this process, we will be reaching out to community leaders in the coming days to join us in this dialogue. Our goal is to build fun and engaging experiences that will remain true to our mission. And we thank you for challenging us with thoughtful and constructive feedback, the Niantic team. So I'm going to stop that there. And then what we'll look at is this. All right, so they responded in a quick fashion, which is unlike them, but there it is. 2, they're going to put a team together to look into it. 3, they did not say they were going to go back. People who thought, hey, if we do this for one day, you know, some of y'all who said you're going to quit playing are probably, you know, getting a Palkia raid in right now. No judgment. But me personally, it's just like, you couldn't do that simple thing that people asked. We didn't ask for, like, you know, a whole lot, in my opinion, but it's clear that it is a whole lot for them to allow you to still interact with these gyms. Like it'd be one thing if they took away the remote raid passes and people were, you know, complaining, and then they were like, nah, and they pumped the brakes. But this is just like, you know, touching a Pokestop to get Pokeballs. You want us to just, I guess, put more money into getting Pokeballs versus just walking up to. I don't know. I've already rationalized the logic several different ways, and rambling about it, it just leads me to feel, it doesn't change how I felt about it. You know, I'm trying to give Niantic the benefit of the doubt, cut them some slack and why they're doing what they're doing. But as the consumer, it just makes me just feel like I don't want to do anything extra. You know, I could cut back on some stuff I'm still going to play because I'm still having fun. But it's still not right. I understand they want to change the game back to how it was, but you can't. Who are you to determine that we're like that? Just because part of, like, even here in the U.S., you have certain states where, hey, that might be true. Maybe in California they feel like they've got it under control. Spoilers, I don't think they do. But if you live over here in Florida, where it's really out of control, that's probably not the move. It's not the move. So, you know, maybe you can argue all of New Zealand is good, and we'll just do it there. But you want to do it in the U.S. because Niantic is based here. And I find it funny that there's other little things that they do for other countries but they don't do in their home country. Little things that they do is just, it's baffling to me. You know, the thing that stood out in this at the end of it was, we're going to reach out to the leaders, the community leaders. So that clearly means just the YouTubers, but the top tier YouTubers. So maybe they'll reach out to me. I don't expect them to, but I like how they reached out and said, we're going to give money to black gamers and developers and all that stuff for GoFest. But where are the black YouTubers that they push for GoFest and things like that? I mean, this could be me calling them out saying, hey, dude with the yellow hat, reach out. But it's neither here nor there. They don't have to. But I don't think it should be limited to just people who are on YouTube to speak for all of us. But it's better than nothing. If that's what it takes, that is something. It is something. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll just have to wait till September 1st. Let me know what you guys think. Are you still participating in the Ultra Unlock Part 2? Or are you just like, I'm done with Pokemon Go for a while? If you're in the first group, have you gotten a Palkia yet that's shiny? Did you get a Heracross? Heracross being regional, so I know there's people all over the world who are finally getting a Heracross, and hopefully a shiny one. Hopefully this magenta looking, I believe it's more magenta than pink and purple. Yeah, I think so. Hopefully you've got that, but let me know your thoughts. I'm going to end this here. I didn't intend to make a video like this, but since it happened so soon and it's fresh off the heels, I thought I'd get out there and share what I think. Let me know how you feel. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hope to see you in the next one, but if I don't, remember, good afternoon, good evening, good night. The Yellow Hat Guy out. Captain Sensation!